Miles Bridges finishing up his rookie campaign strong. Reverse layup. Thank you, Kemba Walker, pouring us up in the first quarter. What about the double machine, Mr. Andre Drummond receiving the ooze, freaking at one time. Pistons trailing the Grizzlies. Did he just raise the roof? Is that what I just saw? Got more of that coming. And then there is the man of the hour, or at least one of the men of the hour. You got Dirk in Dallas, and you have D. Wade getting ready to take on the Sixers at the American Airlines Arena in Miami. The Last Dance concludes tonight in South Beach, and we're going to have it all for you, so do not go anywhere. Don't change your channel. We're going to come say something to you, and you're not going to like it. Eastern Conference playoff scenarios. We see it on the screen. Milwaukee, Toronto, Philadelphia, Boston, Indiana locked in, and then the 6th through 8th seed is yet to be decided. You will watch that develop as you watch our network. So with that being said, it's time to bring you in, because you are now officially rocking with the best. Ro Parrish on your screen, along with the czar, the telestrator, Mike Patello, and the professor, David Griffin. A great night. I've officially crowned you with that title. but a great night. Of course, like I said, do not go anywhere, because we're going to take you live to South Beach so you can see everything that happens with Dwyane Wade and how they send him off properly in his last home game in Miami. I can't wait to see that personally. We will take you live there. But still, an opportunity to go to the playoffs for the Miami Heat, a very slim one. They need to win, and they need to have a lot of help. We've witnessed so many great moments, D. Wade, in the postseason. We would like to see what happened again, but if we don't, what type of performance are we expecting D. Wade to have tonight?
Well, I think he said himself he knows he can play a couple more years. I think you're going to see some vintage flashback kind of D. Wade tonight. He might almost be too hype. I hope he gets the jump shots to fall, because I think this is going to be a night where we see sort of a turn back the clock Dwyane Wade effort.
Yeah, and it may not only be up to Miami's team, who has lost some real heartbreakers over these last 6 or 7 games, knowing the pressure was on, knowing they couldn't afford to lose, and yet they've lost a couple of 2-3 point games here down the stretch, and they have to win. This is one of those must-win situations to give themselves a chance. But like I mentioned, if Detroit winds up winning their game, it doesn't matter anyhow.
Coach, we know you spend a lot of time in Miami. You're legendary down there. Your name is known. You don't pay for anything because...
Is that for restaurants?
Your face is your coupon. So you understand the magnitude and how important of a figure that he's been. What's the atmosphere like down in South Beach right now in that arena?
Well, these people understand the amount of energy and time and sacrifice that Wade has given to the franchise, to the organization. And I think there's a great appreciation for the championships that he's brought to them, and they'll show it tonight.
They definitely will show it, and we're going to show it to you right now. Let's take you live to the American Airlines Arena for one last dance with D. Wade.
In every story, Act 3 is the most important chapter.
The Miami Heat are on the clock.
With the 5th pick in the 2003 NBA Draft, the Miami Heat select Dwyane Wade from Marquette University.
It delivers the story's resolution, the hero's triumphant return home to claim what is his.
If I could do it all over again, I would love to go 5 once again to Miami, because it's a place where I feel I belong.
In other words, Act 3 is where that hero becomes a legend.
Master of the killer crossover.
Dwyane Wade's new nickname is Flash, because I think he's the fastest guard in the NBA.
Oh, what a play! Oh my God! He jumped right out of the building. He's Superman.
In Act 1 of your story, you took the lead by storm.
Wade with a steal, with 2. Wade puts it up for the win. Yeah! He did it! Dwyane Wade with the steal and the game winner. He won! He won! Oh, he's unbelievable!
You may have begun as the Windy City's native son, but you soon became the Magic City's savior, the one who brought us from the brink to capture the team's first championship.
A long shot, rimmed out. Wade has got it. Wade will hold on. The Heat have won it. We're NBA champions.
South Florida, we can't wait to get back there. Parade on Biscayne Boulevard.
delivering a finals performance for the ages. Just as your first act ended, a new plot was beginning to emerge.
Act 2 of your story brought change.
To be here with D-Wade, to be here with CB, I understand now that I've made the right decision.
As new characters were introduced to your narrative, identities were altered, then forged through fire, hammer, and anvil. Pressure like that couldn't have hindered you, but instead, it hardened you. Fortifying you as a player, a man, and a leader.
Don't say I wish I would've. Let's go.
Then you reach the top of the mountain twice more.
And the Miami Heat are going to be back-to-back champions of the basketball world.
Different cast, same conclusion.
To the last second, to the last man. Revive, 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 revive.
Your second act saw your arrival as one of the most respected athletes on earth, and your departure from the home that helped you get there.
Dwyane Wade is back.
Well, it's a dream come true for Heat fans.
My eyes and the heart was always here. I said that from the beginning. You know, who I am in the core and deep down inside is always here.
Act 3 of your story began just over a year ago. As it was destined, fate brought you back to the city of Miami, and you were welcomed with open arms and full hearts.
Y aquí viene a entrar Dwyane Wade. That magic moment.
We cheered, we cried, we chanted your name all throughout the city and up to the rafters. It was more than a reunion. It was a revival of the part you were meant to play, from Flash to Father Prime.
There's something about Dwyane Wade when you put that Miami Heat jersey on and play in front of these fans. He becomes somebody very special.
7 seconds left, forces one up and scores! This is his house right now. There's no doubt about it. Welcome back to your home, Dwyane Wade.
And now, as you take the stage one final time, we celebrate you as the reason an entire generation of South Floridians fell in love with the game. As a force that raised our spirits higher than banners ever could. As a player that fell down 7 times and stood up 8.
Because no matter what new narratives lie ahead, know that this city will always be proud to rep your name across our backs, just as you carried us on yours.
Back to Dwyane. Shoots. No, he couldn't get it off. Now fires it up. Back it in. It counts. It counts. The Heat win the game.
Because this is, and forever will be, Wade County.
Ramos, Illinois. 6'4" guard. My dad, Dwyane Wade.
Thank you. Nope. Y'all not about to make me cry before this game. Real quick. Man, I love you guys, man. Hey. But I'm thankful for this moment. I'm thankful for this entire season. This season has been a lot about me. As much as I appreciate that, my teammates and my coaching staff, from Hassan to Bam to D Jones to J Dub to JJ to Ryan Anderson to Philly Cheese, aka Waiters Island, to the Dragon, the KO, Duncan, Yante, Jay Rich, Tyler Johnson, Wayne Ellington, and Rodney Magruder. And last but not least, my brother, UD. I thank you guys for dancing with me this year. I thank you guys for y'all patience this year. I thank y'all for y'all generosity this year, man. I thank y'all for y'all support. I thank y'all for y'all love. I thank y'all for having my back, brothers, man. So as this season's been about me, I've enjoyed this season with you guys, man. I got some brothers that will always be my brothers. I love you guys, man. All right? Heat Nation, thank you. Love you guys.
Very much Dwyane Wade. In the moment, in the memory, and the connection.
Well, there it is. You heard it. D. Wade fighting the emotions. His son, Zaire, coming out to announce him before the game. He named every single one of his teammates that have been on the Heat roster this season, even ones that have moved on to other teams. He really was in the moment and had to fight back tears. A very special moment in South Florida.
As you would expect from Miami, okay, well done in a very concise amount of time. And you could tell how emotional Dwyane was. So great that his son welcomes him out onto the court. But that's what the Heat organization has always been about, class and taking care of their own.
They always take care of their own. Witnessing the video and the different moments, it's just amazing to see, number one, what he's done in his career, but then to see the love that he's receiving from all of his former teammates. You saw Chris Bosh that was there as well. Griff, when you see moments like this, how does it make you feel?
Well, first of all, I think you have to be grateful that they're in a situation where this last home game is the last game, right? That they don't have to potentially end up in a situation where they had to do that before a playoff game. Hopefully there is a playoff game for Dwyane Wade, but doing that now to avoid the emotion before a playoff game. Dwyane said, "You're not going to make me cry before this game." I can't even imagine what it would be like to have your son introduce you in that fashion.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're Coach Spoelstra right now, and Coach, I direct this one specifically to you, when you have this type of atmosphere, you have the fans going crazy, a lot of emotion. You have a player that's transcended the game in a certain sense, that's won multiple championships, the best player in franchise history. What are you saying to him at this point, or do you even say anything?
I don't think you're worried about preparing a speech before tonight's game. I think you look at Dwyane Wade and offer him the opportunity to say to his teammates what he wants to say last time around. And that's enough. All you need is him to say whatever he's going to say, and you play from there.
So recently we saw in the interview, at least I saw in the interview, D. Wade talk about how Kobe went out in his last home game, scoring 60 points. He said he set the bar very high. What type of performance are we expecting from D. Wade? A Kobe-esque, to where he's getting 20 shots up in the first quarter? What do we expect to see from D. Wade tonight on the floor?
Probably how he comes out of the gates will determine how long Coach Spoelstra goes with him before he gives him his first break, his first opportunity. If he's rolling, he's going to let him continue to roll.
I think you're going to see a vintage turn back the clock kind of Dwyane effort today. He may be too hype. If he can get a jump shot to fall, it could be on, Coach. I mean, he could be on a run. But the one thing that I do think happens regardless, you are going to see him get a chase down block. That's going to be a point he makes. I would bet a lot of money that he's going to get a block and a steal in this game, so everybody remembers Flash for the defensive side of the floor.
No doubt about that. We all know that Kobe's claim to fame was scoring, but D-Wade, of course, had a very well-rounded game offensively and defensively, even creating for teammates. So maybe a triple-double tonight. We know that he did that in the Final Four back in the day. Maybe we see some type of performance that he puts his kiss on that lets everybody know, hey, this is still Wade County, as Pat Riley eloquently stated. So speaking of D-Wade, he has another homie that he competed against, Dirk. He hasn't officially announced his retirement yet, but the MFLL Nation is treating it like it's his retirement. 41-21-1. They're all showing Dirk love in Dallas. Let's speak about that. What's going on with Dirk? All the love in the world coming back on Game Time.